everybody. So today is my birthday. So I'm going to be doing a birthday book haul. I haven't been uploading, I didn't upload the last two videos that I was supposed to upload because I got, actually I was in the hospital for the first one that I was supposed to upload, and then I found out that a family member passed away like the very same day. So I just haven't really been in a space to make videos, so that's why I didn't upload them or film them. So anyways, I'm filming this one now, and I'm gonna start off, like, I'm just gonna hop right in and just start right away because I've got a lot of books here to show you guys. Some of these books I bought for myself and as like a birthday gift to me, and some of them were actual like gifts that were given to me, and I'll just let you know where they came from when I show them to you. So this one right here is Well Met, and this one is about a, I believe I've showed this to you in another video. I think it was in my weekly update last week or the week before. So this one here is about a girl who signs up to be in a Renaissance fair, and I've already started reading this one. It's really cute. I really enjoy it. And this one was a gift from Stephanie, who is one of the moderators of Words and Whimsy with me, or one of the admins, sorry. And she got it for me as well as other admin of the group. So I don't know if it really counts as like a birthday gift, but it came around my birthday, so I kind of consider it one anyways. This one right here, and that one comes out September 3rd. I got a finished copy of it, but it's not out yet. This one here is The Girl the Sea Gave Back. This one is also out September 3rd and also from Stephanie. This one she is just one that she got for me though, and herself one. So the other admin don't have one, so it is more of a birthday gift than the others. So this one is about, I don't know how to describe this one. It's about I didn't really get to the plot yet. I started to read it a little bit. And it's about a girl who seems to be she's a truth tongue, which means she can read stones and kind of like, I think it's like, the idea is that like she can see the future, I think is what she'll do with the stones. I'm not sure. It hasn't really shown her doing anything with them yet. They just talked about how she is one. And it started off with like I don't know. I'll let you guys read it and find out. But anyways, the idea of it is that it's like a sea worshipping area with two regions at war with each other, and this girl is kind of caught in between, I believe. So the cover is textured and beautiful. I don't know if you can tell the texture from there. I think that the camera is kind of catching it because you can see where the light is hitting it. Where the light hits is actually slightly raised up. It's not just a different, like, you can feel like the texture of it when you touch it. So it is slightly like raised, little bumps, which is really cool. I think it might be because I think the glossy is slightly higher up than the matte. And so you've got like the little splashes from the water coming up. And don't mind it if you can hear the bunnies. They're like chewing on stuff over there, doing their own thing in the library. And I just want to show you really quick, without losing my place, here we go. Don't mind the sticky note. I left a note for myself so I remember what my thoughts were because I was reading a lot of books at once. So right here we've got the shiny, like, and it says The Stones Don't Lie, and I just thought that was really beautiful. So definitely pick up a copy of this when it comes out because it is really, really good so far, and it is beautiful. Like, that cover, you just need to like touch it. Just go to the store and touch the book. And then the next ones that I got were from my birthday party last weekend. So I had a birthday party the week before my birthday. This was from one of my family members, or a friend of the family. And she got me Carve the Mark. And she also got me, oh, I should tell you what Carve the Mark is about. I'm not actually sure what Carve the Mark is about. So it looks like it's a split point of view about a country war, I believe. So I'm guessing it's one person from two different groups. Yeah. Oh, it might be planetary too. Frozen Nation Planet. Someone's a sister of a tyrant. So yeah, the idea I think is going to be is that they are not from the same group, and it's about learning to accept each other and to kind of be able to look beyond our preconceptions of other people, which is a really interesting concept for a book. I mean, a lot of books do that, but I think it's a really nice one to kind of address, because I know that's an issue for a lot of people, not being able to look beyond what your preconceived notions are. So this one here is just the Barnes & Noble classic Dracula. I mean, I'm sure that you all know what Dracula is about. It's about a vampire. We'll just leave it at that. It's like the classic vampire story. So this one right here is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm guessing you guys know what Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is, but for those of you who don't know, it is about a man who is a scientist, and he transforms into a monster because he tested something on himself, because you don't do that. This next one is one that was actually one that I already had, but I got it again because, here, I'll show you. So I got Spin the Dawn. This one was not a birthday gift. This one was one that Owl Crate. Owl Crate sent me a new copy of this because I was going through my Owl Crate books and I realized that my copy was not signed. So they sent me a new one. This one actually has a signature. I just checked it. And this book, I've already finished this book, and it is about a girl who, I don't know how to describe it because it's just such like an epic saga, like it compressed into one book. Like it almost reads like it could have been a series of just this one book, but I mean it's not that thick. So she just goes through like a lot of details, and she manages to fit in so many, but it doesn't feel like you're being like drowned in them. Like some books you just feel drowned in details. So this one here, she does a great job of not making you feel that way. The basic idea of it, the starting premise is that it's about a girl who wants to become a master tailor, sewer, like she wants to work with the fabric and do like fabric design, but she's not allowed to become a master of the trade because she's a woman. It is a family trade, though, and she does work in the family shop, but because she's a woman, she's not allowed to ever own her own shop or anything like that. She's just expected to get married. Her family doesn't put those expectations on her, but society as a whole does. And her family seems to be pretty, like, understanding of what she does and doesn't want, but they try to keep her grounded in what she's going to actually be able to do. So the idea is that she wants to take her... her family is called upon to serve the royalty, and so her father is not able to do it because he is just not he's not able to, like, he's just too like arthritis or something. He's not able to like do the detail work anymore. So she wants to go in his place by pretending to be a man. So that is how the story begins. And then from there, it just is just this beautiful evolving thing. Definitely check it out. There's so many different things, but I don't want to tell you too much about what's to come because it would just spoil it, and it's way funner to... Well, I mean, I guess you can decide for yourself if it's funner. I'll do a review for that one soon. I've been meaning to film that. And in the review, I might do, I'll probably do like a non-spoiler review, and then at the end talk about like spoiler stuff. So if that's something that you are interested in and you want to check out spoilers for the book, I think I will include some, but just let people know when the spoilers are going to be happening, so that way you can click out if you're not interested in that part of the video. So they actually sent me the print again, and the print has the author letter on the back. So they sent me all of the book swag again with the book, which was really nice of them, and they let me keep the copy that I already had that's not signed. So now I've got 2 copies of that book. So yeah, I'm really excited about that I now have a signed copy. I was really disappointed when it wasn't signed because I love that book so much. So then I also got this one and this one, Entice and Captivate. They are part of the Need series. So I've got Need, it's right on the shelf beside me. And it is about it's about a girl who is like in a fairy world, or not in a fairy world. Fairies are in our world, I guess maybe is a better way to word that. So it's about that. I mean, I guess that's the best way to describe it. I don't really remember many details about it because it's been so long since I read them. These actually aren't a birthday gift. These are from one of the other moderators of Words and Whimsy. We did a book trade where we both traded some books that we didn't want anymore with each other. We just sent each other a picture of what books we had, and then we just chose which ones we were interested in from those. So these ones I wanted because I had the first book and I had never picked up the sequels. And the first book is actually kind of sentimental to me just because that author was the first author I ever met. I met her in high school. She came to our school and she talked to us about being an author, and it was just a really nice experience. She signed my copy of Need, and yeah, so I just really wanted to have the rest of the books. Even I don't know when I would get around to them because I mean I've got so many of these books here that it takes forever to get around to them. But, and of course, I just bought like so many. I got so many this month. So it just makes it take longer and longer. But anyways, I was like, even if I don't get around to reading them, then it'll be nice to have the whole set and to have them together. So this one right here is actually not, it's another book I didn't get for my birthday. Like, don't mind the price tag on it. But I bought it, I think a week and a half ago. It is Fairest of All. The title is like in black on the black. But yeah, this one I bought it because I thought that I already owned it, but then I found out I didn't after I got the whole rest of the series. I keep seeing one of my local bookstores, they do like brand new pre-owned books. You know, I say brand new because like they look brand new to me. Oh my goodness, is this? Oh, creepy. Oh my goodness. I did not realize that was underneath it. That's so cool. I wonder if all of them have stuff like that. I was like, oh, that looks like a library binding. So I opened it up and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that until just now. Okay. So anyways, this one here and the back is just like all black, no words at all on it, which is different. I picked it up because I didn't realize I didn't own it before. And so I had bought No, I was telling you that my local bookstore does pre-owned books that are like new, so I always like to buy those when I see them. So I'd been buying the books in the series, and then I went to go read them, and I realized I didn't have the first book. And then I was a little bit upset with myself for buying all the others when I didn't have the first one. But I knew I was going to read them. Like, I love retellings. It's just whenever I get around to them. So then this one right here is Dry. I don't know what this is about. I know nothing about the book. It's just, on the back it says something about martial law. And that martial law will fall, and what happens now. So maybe it's about the fall of martial law. I'm not sure exactly. This one I bought when I bought the other one because I saw it was another one of the pre-owned ones, and I was like, that's a really great deal. I need to buy this now because people are always talking about it. So I literally bought it knowing nothing about the book just because I know that I've read others I've got Scythe and was enjoying it when I bought it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll buy this one because I know I'm liking that one and I know other people really enjoy it. So picked that one up. I think all the rest of these are ones that I bought for myself, but these next ones I'm going to show you are all ones that I got from Barnes & Noble from their 50% off sale. I did have Barnes & Noble gift cards that I'd gotten. I don't remember if I got them for my birthday or if I got them from something else, but I saw them and I was like, oh, I'll go and buy these now while they're doing their sale. So I got The Tiger at Midnight, which is a split point of view story. Where there's one of the point of views is an assassin and the other one is about someone who's trying to find the assassin to save the country. So I believe they're both trying to save the country in a roundabout way. And it sounded really interesting. I love the cover. It's just beautiful. So yeah, that's definitely something I was interested in. Let me see. No, there's nothing underneath the cover. I think I've looked at this one before too and thought like, is there something under the cover? And then I was like, no, there's not. I always want to know, like, I love it when they've got golden stuff under the cover. If it's not gold or silver, then I'm not really very interested in it. So yeah, that's just kind of a personal, like, I just really like those. So then this one right here is Sky Without Stars. This one is of course, it's a sci-fi, where they leave I'm just seeing on the back, there is a blurb from Marissa Meyer, so that's really cool. There's a couple of other really well-known authors, but Marissa Meyer is the one that I like the most of the ones that is on the back. So that's really cool. Anyways, this book is about how the premise is that humanity has left Earth and to go to these other lands, and they've settled on various planets, and basically it was the wealthy people who settled each planet, and they brought along people that worked for them, like servants of some sort. And these servants are now living in squalor 500 years later we're on this planet where this one takes place. And it is from this one here. I think it is going to be a split point of view. Let me see. Yeah, it's going to be a split point of view between, it looks like 3 points of view. So one of them is a thief who is just trying to steal to get by. The other one is going to be a higher up person, I believe, and then the other person is going to be somebody who's guarding the last library. So the guarding the last library is where they got me. I was like, okay, I'm enjoying this. Like, I need to definitely pick this up. And I read the first couple of pages of that one, and it does sound really good, because I was like standing there in the bookstore with this stack of like way too many books, and I was like, okay, I need to narrow this down somehow. So I was reading the first pages of books, trying to figure out which ones I wanted to get, which ones I didn't. So then the next one I got right here is Hope and Other Punchlines. And this one is about 9/11, kind of. It's about the after effects. So it's about a girl named Hope who, in the story, had an iconic picture taken of her where she became kind of well known for the picture. Her first birthday was 9/11. She was in the second tower, and she got pulled from the tower before it collapsed. So she did live, but a photo was taken of her as the first tower was collapsing while she was standing there, and she has so in the background we've got the tower, the dust or whatever. I don't know if the tower itself is collapsing in the background, but there's supposed to be dust around her, and she's got her birthday crown on, and she's holding a balloon. So she is known as Baby Hope in the photo, and she was supposed to be the face of hope after the tragedy. So the story is about her kind of trying to escape from people only knowing her as like the baby from 9/11. So she tries to leave to go someplace else. Somebody else there knows who she is and threatens to tell everybody who she is. I mean, in the face of threats we've seen in books, it's not the most serious threat anyone's ever faced, but I can see I could see why it would be like something that she would not want to happen when she's trying to escape from this. And it sounds really interesting. I like the idea of it. And I don't really know where else they're going to go with it, but I'm interested to go along for the ride. So then this next one here is Nocturna. I don't remember what this one is about. What is it about? Oh, okay. This is the one with the face shifter. So this person can change their own face. They haven't seen their own face I think it said a while. I don't remember if it said years or however long. But I liked the idea of a face shifter. I don't know if this one was a split point of view. Yeah, it looks like it might be split point of view because it talks about two characters and how they're going to collide and unlock a terrible ancient power. So I thought that sounds really cool. I like the idea of a face shifter, and I think I've heard good things about this book, so I'm definitely interested in checking that one out. I don't know if that's one of the ones I read any pages of. I don't think I did because I don't remember reading about a face shifter. So maybe I didn't read any pages of that in the store and I just got it because I was like, it sounds unique. I don't think I've really read any face shifter books before other than like where a face shifter was a side character, like in like Throne of Glass, for example, has a face shifter character in it. So this next one I got is Mara Tidebreaker. I just really like this series that they've been doing, and I didn't have this one yet. So you can see like the beautiful monochromatic artwork. And I love the pop of color, how there's like, it's all pretty neutral and you've got the one color. I thought that was really beautiful. I really enjoyed Raven. Raven did a really similar thing with theirs. And I just really love that. And I'm really looking forward to reading that one soon. I think I said in one of my last videos that I was really feeling like the water books and how I just really need to do a whole water month, and I really do. Like, I just really want to do a whole water one soon. Maybe I hate to say like in the spring because I don't want to put off these books for that long, but I mean, if I'm just being honest with myself, I probably won't read them until then anyways. So then this one right here is a Catwoman tale, Under the Moon, and this one I've got a story because I accidentally bought it from Barnes & Noble and from BookOutlet. So I'm going to show you the books that I bought for myself from BookOutlet too. Because when I bought them for myself, I said I was buying them for myself for my birthday, and they came in actually like a day or two before my birthday, and I hadn't opened them yet. So, yeah, this one, I actually bought it from both places. I already returned the one that I got from Barnes & Noble. So this one technically is like the one I got from BookOutlet, but I'm just showing it to you with these ones. Yeah, I returned it and I got a different book instead I used the credit from that one to buy one of these other ones. I don't even know because when I went back, I actually bought like 4 books, so it doesn't really matter anyways. Oh, and I mean, it's about Catwoman. Like, you know what Catwoman is. So, and I don't think I showed you the art style though. So actually, we will take a step back and I will show you the art style. I mean, it's similar to the others in the series art style, because it's not DC Inc. That's not the series name. I don't remember what the series name is for like these books and like Raven and the other ones. But I believe these are like a whole series that they're doing, and I just really would like to have them all. That would be really awesome. But some of them I've got in ARC format, so I don't know if I'll end up, because it's basically the same idea, but I don't know. Anyways, we'll move on. So we've got Amelia, what is it, Westlake? Westlake was never here. So this is a very feminist looking book. I love the pink, by the way. It looks so cute. Oh my goodness, the bunnies are just like biting into something. I don't even know. Hopefully nothing important. So then this one, it looks like it's about, they're trying to fight social injustice. So the idea is, I believe it is a teacher who, it sounds like, was doing something inappropriate with female students, or saying something inappropriate, somehow was inappropriate with female students, possibly. And so these students want to get revenge. So they're doing a prank to try to get their point across. And they create an imaginary classmate to take the blame. So I thought it sounded really interesting. I like the idea of it, and I think it might be gay. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be, because it sounded like there was a hint of a relationship between the two people that are doing the pranks together. And I think that both of the people that are doing the pranks together are female. So that immediately made me more interested in the book. So I was like, okay, maybe. And so then I was like, okay, I have to get it, actually. Not that the other stuff wasn't something I would have picked up anyways, but it definitely put it higher up on my radar, so I'll probably read it sooner than I would have if it wasn't. So then this next one here is The Kingdom. This one sounds like, it makes me think of like Disney, honestly, because the idea is it's like a theme park where there's these girls who can be whatever they want, whatever you want them to be, and I think I'm pretty sure the theme park is called The Kingdom. I think that's where the title comes in. And it kind of makes me think of Disney princesses. Of course, they could never, like, actually say that because Disney would be so mad and sue them. So, yeah, I thought it sounded really interesting. The idea is that they are, like, robotic girls who are whoever you want them to be, and then one of them gets accused of murder. So, and something about her falling in love also. So I thought that sounded really interesting. I like the idea of like robots, and it sounds like there's probably going to be like maybe like a what makes you human, or maybe some feminist aspects to it. So all of that is like up my alley. So I was very interested in that. Yeah. So this next one here is the last one I got from what is it? I'm trying to say BookOutlet in my mind, but I know that's not right. Barnes & Noble. Last one I got from Barnes & Noble. So it is The Disasters, and this one I got partly, I only picked it up because of the author. I'd read books by them before, and I don't know, I never really loved their books, but I enjoy them, so I was like, I'll get it anyways. And the idea is that it's people who, it looks like there's 2 main characters. I think it's a male and female. I don't know if it's split point of view. Probably, because they liked split point of view. PC Cast's most recent book was very, very split point of view. So I think that it probably will be because she seems to really, really enjoy that perspective. Like doing the perspective shifts. And, what do you call it? Yeah, the idea is that they have powers, and that these powers somehow get stronger when they meet or something. It sounds like they have like originally have one power or one or two powers each, and that then they discover they have the power to control the wind, and that they were somehow modified as babies or in the womb or something as young children. Somehow they were modified when they were younger to have these powers. So I thought that sounded really interesting. It kind of made me think like Maximum Ride maybe. And I enjoyed that series, so I was like, I think I would really like this one, so definitely wanted to go for that and see what I thought of it. So hopefully that one is up my alley. So then the next one that I got, these are part of my book outlet haul, or I say part of because I already showed you the Catwoman one that I'd gotten from it. So then these are, I got a lot of graphic novels in manga in this one. So these are, what are they called? Beasts of Abigail. So the idea of these ones is that it's a girl who gets bit and becomes a werewolf. But they call them Luga, I think. Yeah, it looks like they call them Luga instead of werewolf. So I got books 1 and 2, and I'm looking forward to that. I might read them in like October or something. I know I'm not really gonna go for a book like this in September. That's not really what I'm wanting for September from... But these next ones are what I want for September. So these are, book 1. Okay, there we go. I got books 1 and 2 of Generation Witch. So this one looks like it might be a slice of life about modern witches. So I think it is going to be like, though, actual, like, witches, not just, like, modern witch where they're, like, I don't know, like, new age. I don't think it's a new age witch. I think they're like legitimately witches with magic, but that it's set in modern times and just kind of slice of life. So it sounded really cute. And I'm really looking forward to that one. I'm definitely reading that one in September. Hopefully I like I said, I got books 1 and 2 for that one. The next one in the stack is not one of the graphic novels I got. So then this one here is We Are Party People. So I believe this one is about a girl who, her parents are party planners. Other than that, I don't remember much about the plot. I think it's something about like her friends running for class president and she's becoming more popular, and then I think she might throw a party or something. I saw the mermaid tail on the cover and I was really hoping there'd be mermaids in it. I really don't think there is going to be mermaids because I'm pretty sure it's a contemporary, but I always get stuff like this and like hope it's going to be something different than it really is. I mean, it sounds like it will be good even if there aren't mermaids, but like if there were mermaids, it would be so much better. I just really like mermaid books. In case you can't tell, that's kind of it's one of the, I don't know if it's even like a subgenre, but it's one of the like my niches that I really like. But I've got a couple that are like really weird that I'm really into. Some of them like never get written. I think there's one that has no books in that subject. Maybe one. I think there's 1 or 2. But anyways, beside the point. Right, we've got a lot of books, so I'm just trying to like not keep you guys forever. So this next one is Unmagical Girl. So I almost got books 1 and 2, but then I ended up just getting 1 because I looked up the reviews and they weren't good. So I wasn't sure if it was just not a great book or what. So I was like, I'll just get book 1 because I'm not gonna not get a book I'm interested in just because of reviews. But at the same time, I was like, I'm not going to buy like more than 1 book in a series if I haven't even started it and people are saying it's not good. I feel like that would just not be a great choice for me to make. So the idea of this is that it's a girl she's a magical girl from a cult TV show, but then a computer goes on the fritz and she somehow comes out into the real world. And it's her dealing with like bills and real life issues. So I thought that sounded really funny, really cute. I'm hoping it's like this cutesy is what I'm hoping for. And it sounds like in the reviews, people were hoping for like gritty, like kind of like, what's that movie called where there's a Disney movie or like some princess movie, might not be Disney, but there's a movie where there's the girl that like crawls out of the sewer. It's, I want to say Ella Enchanted, but that is not Ella Enchanted. Anyways, there is a movie that has like a similar idea where it's like a princess, though not a magical girl. And they kind of went more in the, like, they started off with, like, the cutesy, like, isn't this great kind of thing, and then they kind of went in, like, the kind of more gritty, like, oh, look at how depressing this is, real life, whatever, and she kind of became, like, less cutesy. I'm hoping this one stays really cutesy. I just really like the idea of, like, this, like, sweet, like, person, like, just experiencing life. So that's kind of what I'm hoping it gives me, and that's what it sounds like the reviews weren't hoping for and what it is. So I'm hoping that that is what it is. So this next one here is The Girl from the Other Side. Is that what it's? Yeah, The Girl from the Other Side. So this one is, the idea is that there's two kingdoms. There's the outside and the inside. The outside is where beasts roam, and the inside is where humans live in safety. And there's a girl and a beast who meet, and I think it's their, like, friendship. I don't think that there's any sort of, like, romance between the two, but maybe there is. I just thought it sounded really cool and perfect for October, so I'll probably read it then, because I'm going to be definitely feeling like some spooky books then. So then this next, oh, actually, I didn't show you the art style of, like, any of those. I'll show you the art style of this one. Oh, wow, it's very dark. I mean, I guess I could have expected that, but, like, there's just so much black ink. Usually they don't use that much black ink, so that's kind of cool. Then this next one here is Geek High. So this one I believe is a middle grade. And the idea is that it's a school for gifted children. And a girl who is, she's organizing the Snowflake Gala, and she doesn't really get dates or anything, but she's trying to find a date for it because she's organizing it. And I don't know if it's going to have, it talks about an annoying stepsister and how it's hard because of her stepsister. So I'm not sure if that means that it's going to be like kind of Cinderella vibes. It doesn't say anything about a stepmother. Oh yeah, evil stepmother. Divorced parents, evil stepmother. So yeah, maybe it is like a Cinderella retelling, but like a nerdy one at like a geek school. It says that she's referred to as the human calculator, so it's like, this sounds really cute and funny. Definitely something that I'd go for, but probably not in September and October, like, just because that's not the vibes I'm going for. This one I might read in October. I don't love the sticker on this. I'm gonna have to try to, like, peel that off later. This one is, what is it called? Once in a Full Moon, by Ellen Scribner. I think that's how you say her name, and I'm pretty sure she is the author of, I want to say it's called Vampire Kisses. There's a vampire series that I'm pretty sure she is the author of. And then this one is a werewolf series. So the idea is that she's used to everything in her small town, and then something about hearing stories about werewolves, and then she meets this boy who is very enigmatic. So I'm hoping he's going to be a werewolf, and, like, it's going to be similar to the plot of Vampire Kisses, but with wolves instead. I just kind of feel like I really need that in my life. It's thicker than Vampire Kisses was, and it's bigger. Like, this is a normal paperback size. The cover is okay. I don't love the cover, but I like the author enough that when I saw the name, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the same author. I keep saying I like the author, even though I never actually looked to see if she is the same author. The books are across from me, but I don't have great eyesight, and I can't tell if it is the same books. But yeah, the other books are smaller than a normal paperback. So yeah, I'm hoping it's the same author, and I'm hoping that it's a similar plot, and yeah, that I like it. So then this next one here is Assassin's Heart. This one is about an assassin. I mean, of course. So I think the idea of it is that there's, like, more than one. Yeah, it says there's 9 rival assassin families. So her family gets, or her parents, I don't know if it's her whole family or just her parents, but they're murdered, and the idea is that she's trying to figure out what happened, and I think probably it was probably one of the other families, and it's probably trying to figure out, like, who to trust, and maybe there's going to be, like, a Romeo and Juliet aspect to it. Like, I don't know, I would kind of be up for some love interest here. with maybe another like rival assassin family, or it'd be cool if it was like someone who's not an assassin and not part of the world at all, so that way we can get that kind of like juxtaposition of like the assassin lifestyle with the not assassin, or just the juxtaposition of two different assassins like from rival families. Either way, I would be here for that, so I'm kind of hoping that's where it goes. This next one here is Walk on Earth? Yeah, Walk on Earth, a Stranger. So this one's about a girl who can sense gold, and the idea is that people want to use her for her powers because she can sense where gold is and locate it, so she's valuable because of that. So this one sounds really good. I almost bought the whole series, but then I was like, don't buy the whole series before you read the first book. You need to know if it's actually good first. It does have really good ratings online, so I'm very optimistic that I'm going to enjoy it. This next one here is Space Boy. It's about a girl who, I don't know, she's got that condition where you taste things, but it's really weird. She can taste people. It sounds weird just saying it, like I really didn't want to have to say that out loud. So yeah, she meets people and they have a flavor to her. Like her mom tastes like mint, so and her dad tastes like hot chocolate. So the idea is that like when she sees people, like she thinks of like a flavor that reminds her of them. So I got the first one in this series, and it sounds like she is in a cryo tube, and then I think she ends up going back to Earth, like because she's on a mining planet originally, a mining colony. So it sounds like a really interesting story. Not really sure where they're gonna go with it. I'll show you the art style. I try to show it to you if I remember. So it's, oh, that one doesn't really show much. Okay, here we go. So you can see it's kind of like a, I don't know, cutesy, like simplistic art style, which makes me think it might be young audience. But you never really know, because sometimes that is supposed to like juxtapose with the plot, like a really heavy plot with like a really light, like simplistic art style. So I don't know which direction they're gonna go with that, if it's gonna be really light or if it's gonna be heavy plot to kind of play off the art style, but it sounds cool. So this one right here is Honor Among Thieves. It is, what is this one about? This is about, oh, there's a group of people that get sent out on a spaceship. They're supposed to be going to, is it a new land or something? They're traveling to something as their passengers. And the people are not, I think that they're not like the best, like they're not the cream of the crop of society. So this girl is our main character, and she is part of the group, and it sounds like something's gonna go wrong. I don't know if it's wrong with the passengers because like they're not the cream of the crop and like maybe they do something they're not supposed to, or if it's wrong with like, I think it's like an AI that's flying the ship they're on. Maybe something goes wrong with that, but the idea is that something happens, and yeah, so that sounds interesting to me. Hoping that I enjoy that, but I don't know when I'll get around to it because I can't see myself reading it in the like immediate future. This one here I just got because one of the authors has the same name as my stepmom, so I thought that was really funny. It's called, what is it called? Now You See Her. So it is about a girl who gets kidnapped and then escapes, and then she gets hit by a car. And when she gets hit by the car, she switches bodies with another girl. So the idea is like of the body switch. So I thought that sounded kind of interesting, a little Freaky Friday, with like some like, I don't know, thriller elements thrown in. So yeah, that sounded really cool to me. And then we only have a couple more left. So this next one here is Girl Meets Ghost. This one is about a girl who sees ghosts, and how she, so this is the girl, this is the latest ghost that she meets. This is book 1 though. So it says that this is like a really annoying, like preppy girl who she meets, who's a ghost. And yeah, I don't know where they're gonna go with the plot of that, but I thought it sounded cute, and ghosts kind of fit with my spooky October theme that I'm going for mentally. So I would like to read that then, maybe. Who knows though, because I've got a lot of like spooky books that I could read in October. Basically anything that you think of when you think Halloween, those are the books I'm kind of gonna go for, probably. So then this next one here is, what does that say? Words in Deep Blue. Okay, yeah, Words in Deep Blue. So I don't remember what this one was about. What was this about? Oh yeah, okay. This is about a girl who she liked this guy, and she left a note in a book for the guy that she likes, who was one of her friends, and when she moved away, then she moves back. The guy never responded, and he doesn't act like any differently towards her about the note. So I'm thinking, I don't know if it said this in the description or not, but I'm thinking that he never read the note, because like, it's a bookstore. Like, yeah, his parents run the bookstore and he's in the bookstore all the time, but like, how many books are in that bookstore? Do you really think that he saw your note in this random book? Like, whatever book she left it in? Like, unless it's a book that she knows he was gonna read. But what if he didn't read it? Like, there's plenty of books I say I'm gonna read and then I just don't read them. So he probably didn't read your note, girl. Don't get offended. So that's what I'm thinking happened with this one. I'm definitely interested to see how it plays out. It kind of makes me think of Dash and Lily, like that book. So, like, the description kind of gave me those vibes, and I did really enjoy that book. I didn't read the Christmas one or the next one yet. There's a sequel to Dash and Lily, and I haven't read the sequel yet, but I did really enjoy the first one. So then the last book that I got is Piper. This one, I think it's like a fairy tale retelling of some sort, and it's by Jay Asher, who's like the author of 13 Reasons Why, which I really enjoyed that one. So here's the art style. You can see like it's kind of I don't know, it fits the fairy tale thing that I thought was going on with it. Kind of like, I don't know, it just, the art style fits the setting, I guess is maybe the best way I can, it's the art style that you see whenever you see anyone making like medieval art. Yeah, so I don't really know what it's about, but Marissa Meyer has a blurb on this one, and so does Daniel Page. So that's really awesome. Hopefully it's really good. I'm hoping it is. So those are all the books that I got, mostly from Book Outlet for myself, some from Barnes & Noble for myself, and then some actually as like gifts. So that's my birthday book haul, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if there's any of these books that you would like to get, that you're planning on getting, that you've gotten already. If you've read them and enjoyed them, let me know what your thoughts were. Try not to spoil any though, because like I'm not a fan of spoilers. But I would love to hear what you guys thought about these books. And yeah, hopefully I can let you guys know my thoughts on them soon. I'm hoping I can get to some of them quickly, but who knows. I think most of these books are ones that I don't plan on reading soon, other than the Generation Witch one. So I think that's the one I'll probably read first of all of these. But there's definitely a few others that I could see myself reading like pretty quickly. So that is that. I will see you guys next time. Bye.